part 2. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are starting to read part 2 of Crescent City. Spoilers, there will be spoilers. I'm going to be reading, I'm going to be reacting, I'm going to be saying things that are happening. So if you haven't read part 2 of Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow, Crescent City 3. If you haven't read Crescent City 3, don't watch this video, please. After you read Crescent City, come on back. I'm really hoping that I'm blinded by my desperation for Azriel to be happy. I'm really hoping. Chapter 28. I've got my water bottle. How did he know where she was gonna end up? It's like he was ready for her. Kid had shackles and everything. Like, what? He already sent away all his servants. He sealed the wards and all that. Of course, she's like, you're gonna do your own cooking. Something weird is going on. Something weird. There's the High Lord of the Autumn Court, and then there's the Autumn King. Both are just, oh, so wonderful parents. You know how in a movie theater when something happens, the whole crowd goes, oh. Or the whole crowd goes, oh! You hear everybody verbally respond. I want to know what their response would be to her slamming against the wall and then seeing the Autumn King and her dad. I want to know what everyone thought of that. It is kind of funny though, because she was like, apparently physics doesn't apply here because she's falling down, but then she slams into a wall. I thought that was kind of funny. Meanwhile, Max and I trying to carry Rune in the air with their newly healed wings. As Rune's watching Lydia, like, run. Oh my god. I love how Flynn's like, where the f is your hand? Like, the first thing he says to Deck is like, I love you. You know that, right? Oh my god. Humor me for a second. Just for a freaking second. So, waterbenders, right? You know, Avatar, last airbender, yeah, okay. Waterbenders can manipulate the blood in your body because there's water in you. So, question is, Therian, can he, stop this? Like, please, I'm freaking, I'm tweaking, I'm freaking, I don't like it. And she's like, for a heartbeat, she thought water might be rising to meet her. I'm gonna say it is. She said, but that was her falling. Both. Both directions, meet in the middle, we're okay. We're gonna be okay, we're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. He's camping basically in her room because she's flatlined twice and he's like not having it. He doesn't even want to talk to Flynn or Deck and I'm just like, those are your brothers. Okay, so Rune, right? You know Rune, love Rune. Okay. Kid's tattooed all over the place because he used tattoos to cover his burn scars from his dad. So while they were being tormented, he had to basically bite off his hand to get it out of the shackle. It's kind of growing back, but it says that, so he examined the thin, slightly pale fingers, lack of tattoos or scars. How does that look? Do you think it fades to the pale skin, or do you think it's just like, tattoo just ends? Because it was bitten off and it kind of healed, and then now it's actually healing.
Well, I wouldn't think if it's bitten off, it's not a straight line.
Mm-mm.
But
no, but is the line...
I don't think it bleeds.
Okay.
The line goes with the bite mark.
Bite.
It's not like ink's underneath there waiting to spew.
That's true. I mean, he's different. He's Fae, so his whole being heals differently. But I'm just like thinking about that because you know how like skin stretches. Like my dragon's gonna change over time because of aging and all that other fun stuff. Is that kind of the same idea, or is it just literally chopped? Like, is the tattoo chopped just as much as his hand was, or is it just kind of deformed a little bit?
Deformed a little bit. Okay, good talk.
Good talk. She has sons, one of which has her face and her coloring. The other boy has dark hair and golden eyes. But the kid is not my son. That's all I can hear in my head right now. Oh my god, I think Hunt's about to see Bryce. Oh my god. This girl is 4 foot tall, and Hunt's already considering her an apex predator. It's like only her eyes moved and nothing else. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. Oh my god! You hand him over and you'll have a third queen pissed at you. Oh my. I knew she was gonna walk in. I didn't know if she was gonna pop in or walk in, but I just knew Bryce was gonna attend this damn meeting. I knew it. Down to my freaking bone marrow. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kinda liking this character. Like, damn, she might be my favorite villain. I don't know if she is. I don't know if they're gonna paint her as a villain yet, but she is a predator for sure. Like, she's even like shape-shifting right before their eyes. I'm like, what is going, girl? I know what I said. And I still kind of stand by it that Azriel and Bryce make more sense, but freaking Fraggleflakes, if these two aren't cute. Bryce walks in, I'm Queen of the Belbarian Fae, Bryce standing, whatever. The Ocean Queen's like, I don't recognize any queen bearing that name, and Hunt's just like, I do. Okay, so Rune's talking about the murder twins, and about how they can read minds, whether you want them to or not. He pointed his half-eaten chunk of bread to Bryce. They're not going to ask for permission like that night court dude. Sir? Like that night court dude. Oh, I wouldn't expect anything less from Rune. That night court dude. So they're at what's-his-face's kingdom, right, or whatever. Okay, so he's like, you know, I won't be addressed to by a theme, I won't be, you know, addressed by a slave, I won't be addressed by this, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh boy, okay, let's do a head count. If you're disowned, disgraced, or both, raise your hands. Therian, Paxton, Lydia, Hunt, and Rune all raise their hands. Is it Morven? Morvan? Morven. I think I'm gonna call him Morven. Therian's married. Therian's married. And, he's like, you take the bed. Oh, that is funny in my brain. I don't know why, but it's funny in my brain. Would you consider this a marriage of convenience? Because the only reason why they got married was so that she could run around. Whoa, that's probably not the right words. How do you, I mean, like, it's not a fake relationship. This isn't, like, to climb the ladder of society. I guess it is a marriage of convenience. They only got married so she could be there, basically. And I have no idea how this is going to play out for them, because he was like, you know, Merc get divorced all the time, you know, it's fine. And Flynn's like, yeah, but Faye don't. And then Therian was like, well, maybe she doesn't want to marry a Faye. And Flynn's like, bro, she wants to marry a Faye, but I don't know. You don't seem to get along with your sister, so how do you know? I'm so nervous for Lydia and Rune. Oh my god. I want them to be together. I will say that. I want them to be together. By being dramatic, maybe. But it's a book, so I guess that's fine. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright to be a little dramatic. If I ever needed a marriage of convenience, Therian would not be the worst option. Therian would not be the worst option. He sits next to her. It's an uncomfortable seat, so he's like, you know, trying to, yeah, okay. Let's start from the beginning. He's so cute, and he's like, I don't expect anything from you. And she's like, well, good, because I don't either. And he's like, oh, okay. He says favorite color. She goes blue. He says favorite food. She goes raspberry tarts. He lets out a laugh. Really? She frowned. What's wrong with that? Nothing, he said. And then mine's cheese puffs. Oh my god. Does that count as a food? To me, that would be a snack, but girl, you do you. Or boy, you do you. I would say my favorite food, like, is a smoothie or an acai bowl. That's me. Favorite drink, smoothie, favorite food, acai bowl. That's me, okay? Money, bind, and soul. Like, everything with that is me. So if you think, honestly, he kind of is a cheese puff. He kind of is a cheese puff. You know what? I love Therian. And if this pulls him out of his little depresso espresso era, then I will take it. Cheese puffs, he says. I'm not screaming, and I'm not crying. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. This Stag King or whatever the heck. He's like talking to Rune, and he's trying to get information out of him, like, why is she here? Like, what is going on? And the yada yada yada. And Rune's like, 1, why would I tell you? And 2, why are you talking to me? Like, I thought I was dead to you. Like, what do you mean? And the Stag King's like, because you are a true Fae, not some half-breed. And Rune's like, I'd mind how you speak about my sister. Okay. Oh, be careful how you speak about my high lady. Oh my god. Or what do you say? Be careful how you speak to my... Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the freaking phone. But it was Azrael who said, his voice like cold death, be careful how you speak about my high lady. Here's the thing. I know it's not the direct words, but oh my god, I'd mind how you speak about my sister. You be careful how you speak about my high lady. I love that. In Fruits Basket, when Yuki Soma said, be careful how you speak about Miss Honda, I think I literally lost my shit. Things went flying. I had to get up, take a lap. Kiara was filming. I think we've got the video somewhere. There's something about it, man. Ooh. It's like, I don't know. Also, them having to, like, talk themselves up before going into the cave is adorable. She's like, Team Cave? No one does anything. So she's like, go Team Cave. Hunt's like, that's scary. And Paxton's like, that's normal. I don't know what you're talking about. It's normal. And she's like, don't worry, I'll protect you from the scary cave. I love him so much. Oh my gosh. It's so tragic that these people aren't real. So at the end of last chapter, Lydia basically said, you're a prince. Start acting like it. So now, everything Rune does, he's like princely, some might say. Like everything he does, he's like, as a prince, or like I schooled my face, princely, prince, everything's prince now. Because she told him to start acting like a prince, now everything he does is like, it's so funny because he's like, Rune kept his face impassive. Princely, some might say. Good to see you both. So, you know, the twins are there and, you know, they're poking around and he's just like, but he's keeping his cool. He's keeping his cool like a prince might. I love it because she's under his skin. I love it. And even still, she doesn't need his protection or like his help at all. Lydia's wicked. Dad be damned, but this man loves his family. Oh my God. So Lydia and him are finally talking in the library, right? And she's talking about how like your sister is a force of nature, and he's just like, she is. She is. I'm just like, Rune, stop. He's so cute. He loves Linden Duck so much. Oh my God. And Hunt. He loves Hunt too. This man, he loves his sister. And I'm like bewildered that they didn't talk. Like at the beginning of the first book, they didn't talk. But I've been seeing a lot of fan art on Pinterest about like little baby Bryce and Big Rune. Because obviously he's like 50 something years older than her or whatever. And I just don't remember Sarah ever talking about that. So I don't know where people are getting these scenes, but I'm loving it. I think it's adorable. I don't know if it's real or not, and part of me just doesn't care. Oh my God, Ethan, where have you been, brother? Holy crap. Okay, so he's okay. He took a step forward, and I was like, okay. And then he took another one, and I was like, okay. He knows what she's been through. You'd think he'd be a bit more like, is this okay? You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Some people love it, some people hate it, but he's, yeah. He's like, good night, and he turns around. I just don't think that was very princely. I just don't think that was very princely of him to do. What's funny to me, what's so funny to me, is that when they describe the other one, it's like, you know, his eyes, I can't. He glanced over his shoulder, those blazingly blue eyes, curious. When I know he's damn well shitting his pants. I know. Like, he's freaking out. I think it's so funny because then when he's talking about her, he's like, she wanted nothing to do with me. Like, she won't even look at me. And I'm like, oh my God. I think it's so funny. It's so cute. Because in all reality, yeah. I don't have a doubt in my mind that this is what happens. But it's just adorable. And she's like talking about the muscles on his forearms shifting and like how efficient he is starting a fire. And like, and like him with the damn kettle and all this and that. He is not as suave as she's making him out to be. But, you know, love is blind. Love is blind. He's probably shaking in his boots right now, but that's okay. That's okay. Rune slid his hands into the pockets of his black jeans. Well, you know what? Sir. I'm gonna be a little bit of a clown and say it's a family trait because I personally believe, since Hortonus and Fury and figuring out a little bit more about Reese and like what he does and like after about learning about who he really is, I'm sure that that's a nervous tick. He puts his hands in his pockets. I'm almost certain of it. Whenever he's like confronting somebody or something, he always puts his hands in his pockets. He quite literally doesn't want to show his hand. Like he doesn't want to show what he's thinking, whether or not that's his next plan or whatever it is. And with that being said, Rune slid his hands into the pocket of his black jeans. Kid's shit in his pants right now. She makes him nervous, and that's okay. They're having their little issue, but that's okay. That's okay. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. Okay? I know that. And there we have it. He's like... He noticed the way she'd been looking at him earlier, the pure desire in her eyes, her scent. It distracted him so much that he'd barely been able to light the fire that... He'd barely been able to light the fire in that sorry excuse for a kitchen. Let's just be honest. We all knew it. We all knew it. She makes you nervous. It's okay. That's the first time he's touched her at all, isn't it? In the hallway? Because everything else was mental, right? I mean, you know, in that way. I'm pretty sure. I think so. The Autumn King telling the Stag King to run. To run. He said, he looked at her little light and her finger and was like, run. I love that. I love that. Hunt in his head saying, bring it is the funniest thing. I don't remember how old Hunt is, if I'm being completely honest. But right now, I think we're in Rune's room. We're having a little chat about her boys and how she came to be where she is. And the whole, I think it's fertility ritual. Kind of sounds spring courtish to me. I'm like, oh, she's leaving. No, she's not. Oh my god. Rune, buddy, Pat. Oh my god. Rune says, Lydia, finding out who you are, if my head, to know you're the Hyde, but also Lydia, also Day, my Day. But now I don't care who you are so long as you're mine, because I'm yours, Day. I'm yours. Yeah, you better kiss her, dang it. She's a Pete. Yeah, we're highlighting that whole thing. Yeah, and what about Fury and June? We haven't seen them in a hot minute. I don't remember the last time we saw them, actually. It had to be in the second book. How are they? Like, I wanna know, like, how is Fury and June? Are they okay? June's still dancing? I hope so. Fury's still doing her thing? Do we know what Fury is? Whoa, wait a second. Because I don't think she's Fae, is she? Well, frick, I forgot what Fury is. No. He's like, don't you dare go without me. Shut up. You know what? No, he could have grabbed one too. Why did he have to knock it out of her hand? He's fast. I know he's fast. You know how fast he could have been like... Hell of a lot faster than I just did. Hell of a lot faster than I just did. She already dipped all 3 things into the water. Could have just grabbed one and drank with her. Why do you have to? I'm really upset about this. Can you tell? I really should have known. As soon as he ended up in the chamber, the cell, wherever they were being tortured, I should have known. Why didn't I pick that up? I'm gonna be honest and just say, probably because it wasn't on the forefront of my mind. That's not something that I was overly concerned with. See? Okay. This changes things. Kind of, but not really. How? Well, okay. See, this does change quite a bit. This really does. Oh, I'm liking this. Ooh, okay, there's something I love about this line. It says, we might command nightmares, but we're not monsters. They're having this conversation now. Right now. They're trying to... Well, she's gonna... Okay. They're on a rescue mission, and she's like, you know what? A-okay, totally fine. But girl, kids in physical pain from running. You know what? Actually, this is smart. Little distraction. This is... Okay, yes, she knows what she's doing. Never mind. I take everything back. This is brilliant. Oh, well, shit. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cute. God's damn. Humor me for a second. Let's pretend that these 2 blades are actually talking to each other. One, the Star Sword, has apparently, as far as I know, been laying in a temple, basically, for centuries. And the other, the Truth Teller, has been with Astral. Who do you think has better stories to tell? Can you imagine the stories the Truth Teller would tell if it could tell stories? Without hesitation, grab the popcorn. I would be there. He was made for her? Oh my god. I don't know how to take that. He was made for her. He was literally made for her. He was made. He was made. M-A-D-E. Made. He was made for her. I mean, yeah, there were others, but still. Hellfire. Oh my god. The lightning. He's like, it's the lightning, dude. Come on, keep up. She's like, then Tanios, whatever the his name is, said, so he gave something to me for you, his hellfire. Bryce is like, hellfire? He's like, waving and irritating. He's like, oh my god, I suddenly love this character. He's like, the lightning. Come on. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh my god, I'm loving this. I'm loving this now. Capable of killing anything, even an astray. So that's wonderful. No. You said capable of killing almost anything, even an astray. And then when Hunt's like, wait a minute, my lightning can kill an astray, you're like, no. It is diluted from my own. Bitch! It can harm them, but not kill them. I believe your mother's angelic blood tempered my... Okay, well, you know what? God forbid. God forbid. Suddenly I'm like, I need to reread the first book. I need to see how these 2 met and everything that went down with that again. I need... Rewind. Start over. I have a new appreciation. I have an appreciation for this bond. Am I happy how it went down? No. But I'm starting to like it. I don't know why it's so funny. But he was literally made for her. I think it's because in my head I'm hearing when God was mixing in his little mixing pot, he took hot and he took cute and he put them in the mixing pot. That's exactly what they did with Hunt. They were like, let's put some lightning, Oh my God, he was made for her. That's killing me over here. I do love how Hunt cares for Rune. I know they had their issues in the beginning. When he saw Deck and Flynn, instantly he's like, where the is Rune? He was like instantly concerned about Rune. I thought that was so precious. And now again, well, she was like, okay, so Hunt was made to be a backup battery for me. And he was like, can I do the same for Rune then? This is one of those moments where I'm like, aw. Ooh. There's the question. Is it in my DNA that Bryce and I are mates? Was that engineered too? No. Okay. Good. Oh my God, can you imagine? That would have, whoa. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna have to go on some self-discovery adventures here. That's what's next. We're gonna have to travel the world a little bit to reflect. She says, so if I open the northern rift with the horn, all 7 of you and your armies will come through. That's Bryce. Idia says, the 3 of us. Our 4 other brothers are currently engaged in other conflicts, helping other worlds. With what, might I ask? With what? Where and with what? I would like to know. I'm gonna highlight it anyway. We're just gonna highlight it anyway to come back to. We're gonna revisit that later. We're gonna stick a pin in it, we're gonna stick a pin in it. This is like Marvel 3.0. Great googly moogly. Okay, so they wake up, right? All their friends are in the flame circle, shit's happening. Then they say, drop the blades and they'll release her mind. Basically, the Myrtle twins have a hold on what's-her-face's mind. She's holding a knife to her throat, yada, yada, yada. So, we're gonna have a little Mornier. Oh my God, how am I forgetting how to say that? Mornier action going on here. Pretty soon, I'm hoping. She literally throws them on the ground. And so then the twins are kind of like, aw, she spoiled their fun. Boo-hoo. So then she's kind of taunting a little bit, throws her arms and extends her hands, and then the truth tub, the star sword, literally fly into her hands, and then she's all like, whoa, 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 whoa. Still chapter 62. And you know what, Rune? We were doing great. We were doing wonderful. Actually, you stabbed your father, he's on the ground bleeding, you spoke to him mind to mind. He agrees with me that, it's not because he's gonna die, it's because he, yields his crown, his father disowned him. But then, you ruined it by saying, but I'm going to live. Those are the words I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear those words. You saying, I don't care if it's out loud, in the mind, whatever. You said, but I'm going to live. And I'm going to live well without you. For how long? 5 minutes? You know what? Now I'm scared. Now he just damned himself. Oh no. No. Rune. I would have been fine if you said, I always assumed the Oracle's prophecy meant that I would die. But no. I would have been fine with that. But no. You had to go and say, but I'm going to live. Okay. Sweetie. That was the perfect song for that scene. You might disagree with me, but Sweet Nothings was the perfect song for that scene. The earth was literally coming alive, and it was just like Care Bear Central. I don't know how else to say it. It was so stinking cute. Therian's all excited because the water's turquoise and clear, and he's all like, oh. Even Flynn and his sister was just like, oh my God. They got all excited. Flynn had oak trees growing around him, and she had raspberries and strawberries and blackberry, blueberry. It was so cute. I didn't realize how fey Flynn was until that moment, but that was so precious. And then to have Sweet Nothings playing in the background, Bryce and Ren are just crying, sobbing, holding each other. And eventually he pulls back and gives her a kiss on the brow. And he's like, long live the queen. And I'm like, ah! That was wonderful. That made me, that gave me hope in humanity. I don't know. That was such a wonderful little moment. That was beautiful. But as all that was going down, I was getting emails, notifications from Etsy saying that I made a sale. And her name was Danica. Spelled the exact same. Spelled the exact same. The odds of that happening is insane. No, that's not how you end a part. Are you serious? No. He's like, I have service! All great, woo! Then he comes down with bad news. Are you kidding me? Freaking Fraggle Flakes. All right. Oh my God, I only have 1 part left. That's crazy. Excuse you. Fist bump. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I have 1 part left. There's 1 part left to go through, and I don't know if I'm ready. I'm a little nervous. Listening to Sweet Nothings while the earth was literally coming back to life was the cutest thing I think that could have possibly happened in that moment. That was so precious. Oh.